Well, sticking with YouTube, maybe they're under threat here, Steve. There was a report that we were reading off of the BBC that TikTok. They did some, metrics, and it seems in the US and UK that users are spending more time on TikTok than on YouTube. However, YouTube still remains in the top spot for overall time spent, presumably because the videos are longer, I would think. But I guess it kind of brings up this whole idea of where TikTok and YouTube are kind of sort of going at each other. You can't sort of deny at this point that YouTube is still the dominant video platform. I don't think anyone's denying that. But TikTok has created another type of video platform market, very short form, that is really delivers those dopamine hits to just keep scrolling, keep watching the next one, just keep watching the next one, and it's getting the user base. So even though YouTube might have, it's probably got billions probably of users simply because it's been there for such a long time. TikTok's getting up there as well, with the article suggesting around 700 million users, and that's just outside of China where TikTok comes from. I don't know. I just going back to what I mentioned before about listening to that podcast earlier. They were discussing that this trend towards short form content that's on TikTok, and how YouTube, to compete with it, has created its own shorts category, where 1 minute videos can go up and all that sort of thing. And for content creation, it can be dispiriting because you're fighting an algorithm, to try and get the views, or working with it, depending on if you want to look at it more positively. And then you've got this sort of injection of the short form content on platforms like TikTok, and it seems like YouTube is picking some of this up as well, that you're having to create this type of, very short piece of material that doesn't really have much weight to it. It can't, because it's just not long enough, other than being a funny joke, a funny line, or maybe at best you might get one idea across in 60 seconds kind of thing. And what does that mean if the vast majority of the audience is consuming this as, like, say, one of their primary forms of entertainment or information?
Yeah, look, it's incredible, but I think it's really just it shows you how rapidly tech evolves. YouTube, even though it's got mobile, like apps now, is still very much a browser based. And we all remember when you couldn't get more than 10 minutes of, YouTube in a clip. And then they went to longer. And, they really were competing, I guess, with more traditional forms of media right from the start. So the format itself is a longer form. It's a video. I mean, everyone goes to YouTube for a how-to video, minimum for those 3 minutes, and most of the 9 minute ones could be 3 minutes, but those people don't know how to edit. It's about longer form content, whether it's sort of previews or even the whole thing that somebody's ripped off, and yet YouTube can't work out how to stop those people doing it. But you look at TikTok, it's a mobile based platform. It's not a browser based platform. And it's a meme-based platform. So its content is about memes, and they're delivered. YouTube, I think, probably straddles the browser, the traditional content, the targeted content all at once. And I don't know enough about how YouTube works, but they probably need two algorithms, and they're probably working on two algorithms for it. Mm-hmm. And that's really where the battle is. If you're on TikTok, then TikTok knows what you like, and the easiest way to feed you what you like is in smaller and smaller and smaller chunks.